Hey there, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. And while the title might have been a little bit alarming, we do have good news and we do have bad news. And I'll start with the bad news because I always like to save the best for last. The rest of this video, the majority of this video, is going to be basically a failed project. I do think the footage is really good, and I was really happy with capturing it. But actually getting a hold of that footage and converting it into a video that I felt really proud of was difficult. I spent way too much time on it. In my head, these two videos you guys are going to see over the next 48 hours, 24 hours, whatever it is, was going to be like powered out. It was going to be the only thing I did after the HLC. You know, after the Hero League Championship, there was two things I really wanted to get out. The HLC Stutter Stinker video that included player interviews, which will be, all of that footage is going to be the rest of this video. And I had a blast recording it. I hope you guys can still find some enjoyment, but as you'll notice, there were some issues with the recording equipment. I'm having issues getting all of the footage together. I'm missing Jose Narono's interview, which was really the glue that was holding the idea together. And so it's difficult to finally give up on it, but I do want to release the footage out there because I got help from some really great people, including Jaden Bailey and Cindy Moon, who you guys should definitely check out. She's an incredibly funny person. I had an absolute blast meeting her at the HLC. She's someone who came just to hang out and enjoy the community and play Set 4's premiere. So she was an absolute blast to meet, and I've got all of her links, all of her socials and things like that down below. I hope to see her doing more comedy content in the future because she's a very funny person, and it kind of breaks my heart that I couldn't fix the issues. It's mostly a sound issue. If anyone can fix it, if anyone knows what to do, please let me know. I've spent an entire week pretty much doing nothing creative except trying to fix that, and I cannot get it to where the audio, you know, the people can be heard, but the beeping noise goes away. So there is a very annoying beep in pretty much all of the footage, and or at least for like the player interviews and stuff. So she did an absolutely wonderful job, and there's some edits done. Like I started to edit it because I figured I could solve the sound issue later. And I've had luck, I've had success in the past of removing background noise like that, but not this time. So please definitely go check her out. Go, you know, give her a like, or I don't know exactly what she's doing. So yeah, definitely check out the link tree, and give her a follow because I'm hoping to see her at future events, and hopefully she's down to do content creation for the game because she seems very excited to be involved in the community. But yeah, aside from how much fun it was to film this stuff, I really loved the Stutter Stinker that we did over the weekend. All the participants were really cool. Really happy with the group of people I managed to pull aside, you know. Mostly HLC participants because that's just where I was doing commentary the whole time. But there's a decent mix. Yeah, that as far as that footage goes, that's pretty much it. That's mostly the bad news, you know. It didn't work out that way after the HLC. There was a lot of family issues. Like a lot of people who are close to me know that a lot of my time was taken up by helping out my uncle who passed away shortly after the HLC. So, you know, in between this time frame, so I was not able to devote the time I thought I was going to. So a lot of things really kind of came together. But the second project is sort of the good news. The good news being that I have a video project that I did with Levi Lalonde that I'm very proud of, that I'm really excited to share with you guys. That's going to be going up tomorrow, Saturday morning. I guess it'd be April 8th. depending on when you view this video, obviously, right? But April 8th in the morning, that will be going up. I'm really excited for that. I hope you guys check that out. And this is probably what I should have opened with. The other thing is I am officially advertising my Patreon. I've actually had a Patreon for a while, but it's all goofy stuff. The tiers are goofy and silly. If anyone had checked it out, which I never advertised it. I never posted, I think I might have posted a link to it one time, and in my end card, there's like the Patreon logo, and that's it. But I never pushed it because I didn't feel like I could previously devote the time to fulfilling commissions or the rewards. I feel like I don't create enough content regularly. I wasn't streaming anywhere near as much as I do now. I think last I looked, I was at like 90 hours streamed, or we looked at my stream count, and I was close to 90 hours, and I streamed for 10 hours that night, right? So things have definitely upgraded on that front. I hope to keep up that momentum. I'm going to be posting schedules more often for when I go live and doing my best to stick to them. And the best way to help me do that is to support through the Patreon. Help me make the content that you guys want to see. And so Patreon tier has access to exclusive Discord channels. Those channels will help me vote on things that I do with the channel, maybe things I do while playing games. We want to branch out a little bit and do some video game content. I've been doing some World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore, and that's good for the channel. It brings in other viewers, right? It allows me to advertise in different spaces, but it also allows me to interact with my chat in different ways. It allows me to ask you guys, different things I could be doing in the game, basically. I'd love to do like RPGs I've never played and have the chat vote on which, dialogue option, stuff like that. So it's going to come with perks like that. But the main tiers are going to be people who want to commission videos every month. Very similar to other content creators. I've basically dumbed it down into a number of commissions sort of tier, whereas previously it was not good. I was not good at putting together the Patreon. The only good thing about the Patreon before was the Borscht Lovers tier, which is for like $100 a month, I would deliver fresh hot borscht to Jasko's doorstep. But of course, that was just like a gag, right? That's one of those, if someone really wants to drop that. Other than that, there's coaching offered as well. Those have a limited spots available. Obviously, if too many people signed up, I would feel really bad and not have the time to give everyone that attention. So there's a coaching tier, there's video commission tiers. The big benefit, I guess, for the lower tiers supporting is the access to the extra Discord channels. So please go check that out. There will definitely be a link below to the Patreon. And other than that, I guess you guys can probably catch me trying to do Unfun Fridays, which this is definitely going to go up like after this week's Unfun Fridays. I'm going to see if I can't do coverage for the Unfun Webcam Provisional Store Championship. I don't know exactly what they're doing for that. I'm going to talk to Bromley tonight, see if I can do some coverage for that. And then you can catch me on the monthly Monday Mayhem. I'm going to be doing my best to stream that. I'm going to get the 2-camera setup out, and we're going to see if we can't go 3-0, win some cash. So, guys, if you haven't yet, please check out the Discord. I'm going to put a link there. It might expire. Just DM me. I don't know why I have a link that says it never expires, but always expires at some point. I'm going to leave a link to the Discord, a link to the Patreon, a link to Cindy Moon's socials, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. So without further ado, if you want to enjoy some incredibly raw footage from the HLC, that's going to be coming up next. And again, guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for, liking, sharing, subscribing. Anything you're doing to help out is huge for the channel. And I hope to see you guys in the future. What's up, everybody? It's Sam Tate. I'm here at the Hero League Championship, and I have a special surprise for you guys. I got my good buddy Nicholas Reagan here to pick out some cards for me to play Stutter Stinker with. Let's see if I can figure out which cards are the most playable or
were just duds in their time. So Nick, what's the time frame we've got cards from?
So these ones are very early Red Horizon, Red Horizon 1, Red Horizon 2, and an early Champ card.
Okay, yeah, I came around with the Capcom sets, with the Mega Man tins and things like that, so we had to go early Jasco to get some stuff I might not be familiar with, but I'm going to pick 2 of these cards at random, and you've got a slip behind them in the sleeve, right?
Yes.
To reveal if they are a stud or a stinker. So, first up, we have Brute Strength. Brute Strength, if you guys can see it there. Oh, I got to get on the right side. That is a chunky attack. It is a 6 difficulty, 3 speed mid for 8 damage. It has no block modifier. You cannot block with this attack. It is a throw. That was pretty common for a while, right? Like throws didn't have blocks, and they usually don't have a good block mod when they do. Enhance, if this attack deals damage, you may add it to your momentum face up during your... They had face up cards back then?
They did, yes.
Okay, I've only seen like one face up card, and it was like Piercing Howl, which should have been banned for a while.
A lot of them, like right before Red Horizon, like right in Sabertooth's last sets, there were a couple. There was a character who was all about it.
Okay, cool. Because I've seen it used so sporadically, and then response: remove this card from the game after your opponent plays an attack. Reduce that attack's damage to 0. Only playable while this card is face up in your momentum. Okay, so you can just zero. You can basically spend a momentum to zero out an attack the moment it's played, but it still gets an enhanced step to, oh my, I didn't even notice, guys. This is a 1 check.
Not only is it 1 check, you check its symbols.
This is a 6. Oh, and it only has Earth. Oh, this is like a symbol of power, right?
Or attacks power, yeah.
Attacks of power. Okay, yeah. They're like a 1 symbol, usually a 1 check cycle. This is an 8 damage throw.
Yes.
It's so hard to think of an 8 damage throw being bad at any point. But the 1 check where people playing a 6 difficulty 1 at any point, I can say I would play this card. I can say I love this card. I think it has a great risk to reward ratio. I think it's really cool that there's probably wasn't too many like face up attacks in your momentum at the time. But for a 1 check, it's not swinging the game in my favor right now. It's like setting up to have a really good play later. Is that what you want from a 1 check? I'm gonna say it's an 8 damage throw. It's got to be a stud. I've never seen an 8 damage throw not like be relevant. At least maybe it's not winning events, which is typically where we put the stud bar. But
Stud final answer.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go stud final answer, and then I just pull this card up to reveal, right?
It should be. Soon the paper's going to stick to it.
Fair enough, yeah. And we've got, let's see, it is it's a stinker?
Yeah, it was unplayable.
What? Is it because of the 1 check?
Yes, and 6.
Okay,
The card is bad.
A 6-1. See, that's where I was until I
and
thought.
if you want to get any momentum hate, hey, guess what? There goes your defense.
True. Okay, yeah. So like, momentum hate is like something I don't run a lot, but it's usually available.
Yes.
It's usually there. So if this was running amok, we're just discarding it from our opponent. Well, it's response.
You have just better things. If you want throws, there are better throws in this that aren't going to lose you the game when you check it.
Okay.
Because Earth is a defensive symbol. It wants to block.
Well, okay. Was there any other 8 damage throws though?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm going back in time. I'm taking a time machine. I'm dumpstering people with this card.
13 Torrent Bleeding was like 10, right?
Well, you had to discard 2 momentum to play it.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if you want me interjecting this.
It's
People take 5 damage throws and make them 8 with characters that just put damage and everything.
Right, Jack Lamborn existed with
Yes.
this, right? Come on.
Yeah, but he has a 1-on-1 check. He has to pass 4 to get his pickup.
That's true, I guess. All right. Let me do one more, but I am taking a time machine. I'm going back in time, and I'm winning worlds with
It was a stud
this.
in my heart, okay?
Okay, yeah. See, Tim Keefe agrees with me. I don't know if you guys can hear
I
him.
tried to play it a lot. It did go well, but I tried.
We're gonna figure out time travel so I can go dumpster people in 2011 with Brute Strength. All right, okay. So now we've got a Foundation, which I believe is a champ card. It's got the little gold emblem there, and it's called I'm alone with my Joker and you. It's got the ellipses at the beginning, so you know it's an edgelord card. you know it's a 90s Japanese RPG dialogue. It's a 2 diff 5 check, +3 low block. all symbol, chaos symbol, life symbol, which was not a super popular combo, at least not that I can remember. Like I can think of what, Yellow Devil?
Yellow Devil had that exact combo. Is that the only character I can think of?
Yeah, so promo character, one off from Mega Man. First F, after your opponent's next ready phase, draw one card. Playable by either player, playable while committed. So first F that's playable while committed.
Yep.
Was there any characters that were like response, commit one foundation at the start of your turn?
There wasn't a foundation that did it.
Oh, it's so your opponent can play it.
Yes.
And so if I committed on my turn, my opponent can still play. Okay.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. If you don't put that clause, you're just like, I'll pass a check. Fuck you. All right, so we got this playable while committed. So both players get to draw a card. Both players have +1 hand size as a first F. And then R commit. After your opponent's ready phase, reveal one non-throw card in your hand. Until the end of your next turn, checks to play copies of the revealed card get +1. Huh. So +1 to play a card as long as I tell you I'm going to play it. Has some cool mind game capabilities, but it rewards the opponent. Okay. Trying to think what era this would be. This is definitely before my time. This was printed. This is like a
Champ Patch 2?
Yeah, this is a 2013 U.S. Legacy National Champion card. So someone won a Legacy event to earn this card and design it. Man, this is tough because I really like cards like this. I would jam this for fun. As far as like winning events with it, this seems really strong for its time. Like, there's so many cards that you would run as like F commit draw card. Usually with a lot more upside, like Holiday Cheer, but still, like an F commit draw card was just like a big deal for a while when I played.
Holiday Cheer was gone when that came out.
I hope so.
It had rotated out by then.
Yeah, I saw Holiday Cheer in like a Shane Duckworth special off deck, not like a standard deck.
Yeah.
And then +1 to a check to play copies of a card. That makes me think that if there was an infinite loop, this is in it. If there is no like pseudo infinite, like it has a when the moon comes over the mountain symbol. So
that was well gone by then.
Was it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because if when the moon was legal with this card, I'm like, all right, well, we're just grabbing all the copies, right? Fun fact, the first deck I ever played against that was not a demo deck was a Reese 1-dot that played 8 attacks and 4 copies of Win the Moon, and it just played 12 attacks in one turn at you. Like, it was going to draw them all. It was Valiant Assault, drew 2 cards. Then you could discard 1 card to clear a card from your card pool. Then you could like pick it up with Playboy. Then you could play it again with Win the Moon. Like, it was just a deck that's trying to play Valiant Assault 12 times.
The first tournament I played against a similar deck to that.
Yeah.
Although I was using a card called Communing with the Ancients, which was basically True Identity, just +1 to your checks.
+1 to everything? Okay. Yeah, +1 to all your attacks. Yeah. Okay, so this is +1 to copies of a single card. It lets my opponent draw a card. And it's a foundation, so it's potentially the most interactable card type we have. I'm going to say this one is a stinker.
Oh, you can look.
I'm going to say stinker, final answer. We're going to see if we can. We're probably not going to get like a good quality reveal on this, but I'm still going to do it this way. And we're going to slide this up, and it is a stinker. All right, okay.
Yeah, the card is unplayable.
Okay, we got one. That makes me sad that it's
your opponent
unplayable.
gets way more advantage out of that than you do. And
Yeah.
saying like, oh, I'm going to play this card that I have 1 copy of, and I might need to block with later this turn.
Yeah, like I like the idea that it's very versatile. It's open-ended in the sense that until it's I have to reveal on my opponent's turn.
Yeah. So
Okay,
they have an
yeah.
entire turn to make you block it or just block with it or discard with it.
Yeah, get +1 to my check that you know I can block that zone. That does sound a lot worse. Maybe if there's like a awesome 6 difficulty action or something, but then you're committing 1 for 1.
Yeah.
So you actually have to play multiple copies of a
Well,
card
it is
to get
next
anything.
turn, so you get advantage of not blocking with it, but next turn playing.
Oh, see, there's so many layers to this card. It's really cool.
But it's not good.
But really cool cards don't always end up as studs.
No.
Usually cards with stun 2 printed on them end up as studs. All right, man. Well, thank you for helping me out.
Yeah.
All throughout the weekend, I'm going to have a bunch of cards that Nick Reagan has selected, so don't blame me if you don't get it right. He has helped me out, put together a slew of cards that we're going to play Stutter Stinker with throughout the whole weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I had a ton of fun. This is an awesome game. Welcome back, everybody. I've got Daniel Nelson here, qualified as one of the 32 participants for the Hero League Championship, and we're going to play a quick round of Stutter Stinker. Now, Dan, you've played this once before with me on stream. When did you start playing Universes or the My Hero card game?
Yeah, I started with My Hero Set 1, but I've grown. I studied after my close 50-50 on the last Stutter Stinker, and I think I'm going to take this one pretty easily.
Okay, so we've got a Jasco era card here from before My Hero Academia, and Nick Reagan, of course, helped me select this card. He actually decided whether or not this is a Stutter Stinker. So I'm going to let you read this card out for us. It is Gaining Ground. It's a foundation. Why don't you read out what it does for the people?
All right, this one says, face down cards do not count towards progressive difficulty to play this card. After you check this card, you may add it to your staging area committed.
And it's a 2 difficulty, 4 control with a +3 mid block, so pretty average, or I guess below average stats nowadays.
Yeah. I always am tempted by the does not count towards progressive or ignores progressive.
Did you catch the last episode where we had Dragon of Kyokugan on?
No.
Okay,
it
good.
sounds like I'm missing some lore.
Good, awesome. Then this won't be as easy as I thought it would be.
Alright, after you check this card, you may add it to your staging area committed. I mean, that seems really strong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't particularly, like, synergize with any strategy. It's just, like, kind of a generically something card, you know, whether it's good or not.
You could consider it free, right? It is essentially free. It does check a 4 for that. Similar, it's kind of similar, I guess, to New Training Method in a lot of ways.
Okay, yeah. But New Training Method does draw a card, but this one doesn't count towards progressive, so or it doesn't.
Does it say when played as a foundation?
To play this card, no.
Ooh, okay, so it works on block too. Now, important to remember, I don't know if it's a set, so I can't even lead you. I can't.
I feel like you may know.
I can't betray you because Nick Reagan decided.
Okay.
It's a mystery to me too. He put the answers behind the cards in the sleeves.
The stats are pretty bad. That's like I know that I think in standard, a 2/4 with a 3 mid block on a foundation is pretty awful for a foundation. The one that I'm comparing it to that I do know about is Sense of Morals. But that one's really good because it doesn't count towards progressive itself. Like you can put it at the beginning and like do shenanigans,
right?
And then it also has like a really good effect on it. Whereas this one is just kind of a free foundation, and then.
My favorite part about this though is because the cards involved are from like 8 years
Different
of
eras,
standards, right? And so we've definitely had like the roller coaster clink 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 clink.
Yeah.
You know, there's been very little times where the power creep went down. It's pretty much just 7th cross.
Yeah, you know that I'm really bad at the foundations. The foundations was where I struggled last time. I'm gonna say this one's a stinker.
Stinker final answer?
Yeah, final
All right,
answer.
pull it out. Let's reveal it.
All right. Stinker.
Oh, you got it right. Nice. Yeah, so Gaining Ground, I only played with a little bit for it. Like it came around, I guess, when I was playing the game for about a year or two, and people were super, super hyped on it.
Yeah.
Because it's free, and because there was, like, you know, like the echo keyword, right, where the attacks go face down. There's, like, that's always been a super powerful kind of thing to do in the game, like with multiple or echo. So people were super hyped to do so, and, like, card pool clogging, I can block, right? But unfortunately, this is, like, right around the time when a big... focus on attacking and ignoring progressive in other ways was coming around. So this was like subpar as far as that goes.
Yeah, it just seems like a bit overcosted and under affected.
You wanted your 4 checks to be doing things like discarding an attack from the card pool.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, man. Good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we're back. I've got Pippa, the deck builder extraordinaire. Some of you may have seen the Pippa Smash deck of legend, but that's not where it stops. Pippa, also, you make custom sets for the game, don't you?
Yeah, I recently just finished a full 132 card Guilty Gear Strive set.
It's that big. I saw like the original characters and stuff, like, but I didn't know you were up to 132.
Yeah, and then I also have a 20 card DLC, as well as about 8 or 9 promos as well. Full set.
And you're doing this all for free?
Yeah.
Come on, Jasco, come on. We got
Yeah, hit me up.
we got Pippa cranking out the sets. Come on, make it happen.
Yeah.
All right, so you know stud or stinker, right? For the card to be a stud, it has to have either won like major events or been basically omnipresent in top cuts, the kind of card people would tech against, right?
Okay.
And then for it to be a stinker, it's basically just anything else. It could have been a pet card, or maybe one person really liked to run it, but if nobody was respecting it, it's not a stud, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you this card. I'm going to have you read it out for the people at home, and you tell me if you think it's a stud or stinker.
Okay, so I got Mourning the Lost.
You're the first person who actually showed it to the people.
Yeah, right? It is a 1/4 foundation with all death and water, and a static that says after you play this card, draw 1 card. That's pretty crazy. And E, destroy this foundation. If your hand size is 6 or less, your attack gets 1 damage for every 5 cards in your opponent's discard pile. This seems incredibly good. Initial reaction is it is a stud. Being able to play a foundation and then refill your hand, especially going second when you need to keep your hand size up for your opponent's offensive turn, or even in standard where you played on your first turn and your opponent might poke into you on their first turn because you're allowed to do that. This also keeps your hand size up. And then the destroy foundation is you're basically not using this for that in a 7-hander, but 7-handers probably have better options anyway. And just getting 1 damage for every 5 cards in your opponent's discard pile roughly says this attack gets 1 damage for every cycle that is gone, your turn and your opponent's turn. Maybe a little bit more, maybe like 1.5 damage every cycle.
Tokoyami players hate this card.
Yeah, Tokoyami players hate this card. Okay, I'll mill 5 off my face. Okay, that's 1 damage. I'll mill 3 off Frigid. Okay, that's almost 1 damage.
Okay. Notably, it doesn't have a block though. You cannot block with this card, so it can't replace
Who wants to block with cards?
Well, okay.
I mean,
I do.
anyway, even if you can't block with this card, if you just play it like as your foundation to build, it replaces itself with something that probably can be blocked.
True.
I guess my first question is, are any of these 3 symbols all death or water? Were they terrible at the time this set or this card was in format?
They were all terrible interchangeably during its lifespan. I can say that.
Okay. That
were
makes
all-
it a bit more difficult because this seems like a crazy card.
I can't say they were all terrible at the same time. I won't go that far, but at different times I know for sure that all of these were considered borderline worst symbol, except maybe water, because they give water fucking everything forever, every fucking thing.
Yeah, water is just blessed. Why can't every symbol be water?
They should just change it to the holy water symbol.
Right? Make it do extra damage against evil characters.
Okay, now we're going too far.
Anyway.
That's some Pokemon designs, please.
I actually started with Pokemon. I don't know if you know that.
With playing the game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Video game and card game. I'll get into that later, but...
I mean, 1999 was a great year.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to say this card is a stud. The only thing that I could imagine holding it back would be if 7-handers are omnipresent, which they could be, but there are usually at least some 5 or 6-handers that are at least competitive on the same level.
7-handers are definitely omnipresent in old UFS.
Yeah, but I'm still going to say this is a stud.
Okay, final answer. Let's do the reveal.
It is, in fact, a stud.
Yep, this one I thought is this could be like a great bait card. This could be the kind of thing where it looks too good to be true.
Exactly. That's definitely what I thought, where it's like, there's no downside on the card. Like, you tried baiting me with the no block, but...
Well, I just want to clarify for the people at home that, if it cantripped on block, it's a stud.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you could just chain draw these and stuff.
Yeah, that would be silly.
So it's funny, you mentioned about the hand size, right? The bottom enhanced to destroy. You can only get the damage if your hand size is 6 or less. I still played 4 copies of this in my 7-handers.
Makes sense.
Because it's all about that replacement. If they ever print a foundation that is not like a 4-diff or a 5-diff that draws a card when you play it, please jam 4 of it into your deck.
Yeah, absolutely. Card velocity is incredibly important.
And if it is 4 or 5-diff, you probably still want it if it's a 5-check.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, well, thanks for playing, Pippa.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey everybody, I'm back with another Stutter Stinker. I've got Nate DeWalt,
Hello.
another one of your Hero League Championship qualified players playing in the $250,000 prize pool this weekend. But Nate, when did you start playing the Universes card game?
I started playing about a year ago, so right before the Omaha 1K happened.
Right, so you have no experience really with older UFS cards, correct?
Nope.
All right, so we're going to play a little game called Stutter Stinker. It's very simple. I'm going to show you this old UFS card, and you have to tell me if it's a stud, which means it won a bunch of major events, or it was a predominant staple in a bunch of top cut decks, you know, something people intend to play around, or if it's a stinker, if it just never did anything of note despite people maybe loving the card. Are you ready to play?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, awesome. Why don't you read this card out for the people at home?
Okay. Enhanced commit. This attack gets.
Well, tell them the name.
Hatred of autumn.
Yeah, Hatred of Autumn. We hate the fall season.
Yeah. Enhanced commit. This attack gets +1 speed or -1 speed. Enhanced commit. Seal one of your opponent's foundations. It has to have the all symbol, the death symbol, the earth symbol.
Yeah, and then importantly, it's a 2 difficulty 5 control, but it has no block mod. You cannot block with this card at all.
This card does not seem good.
So that's your first impression?
Yeah.
What does this card remind you of?
Reminds me of the Todoroki Foundation.
Right, irrefutable force of nature.
Yeah. That card's good.
That card is good. So why does this make you think it's not good?
That one's selective. And that one has an ability to be selective.
No, this one is you choose as well. Seal one of your opponents.
But this has symbol requirements. That one doesn't.
Well, it has 2 modes, right? Like irrefutable has e-commit, but you're right. This one doesn't have the e-remove version.
Yeah.
So, do you think? What about the +1 speed? Come on, you gotta talk about the card.
That's bad.
Okay.
Commit for -1 speed doesn't do anything.
Hey,
It's like stun 1.
As a content creator, I can absolutely respect having a healthy opinion or having
Who in the right mind would play this card safe?
Well, I didn't. So, for the record, I didn't pick this one. Nick Reagan selected this, so I don't know if it's a stud or stinker yet. I like this card, or I at least would think that it's a stud just because it is similar to a stud card in MHA. But if that's your final answer, that's a stinker. Why don't you pull out the piece of paper behind the card in the sleeve there and you reveal to us if it is a stud or a stinker?
It's a stud.
It is a stud. This card was kind of insane. It actually is one of the first seal cards that we had.
Okay.
And it turns out that almost all the really prominent defensive foundations were on those symbols.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense then.
It's one of the reasons I think why Irrefutable has like a very similar design is because this was one of the better interaction pieces in a world where sealing just kind of didn't exist outside of this card.
Alright, it's good. I still think this card's bad.
Well, you got to take that one up with Nick Reagan. Do you have any shout outs you want to do, Nate?
Yeah, shout out to Unfun Stuffs, my sponsor.
Awesome. Hey everybody, we're back with another stud or stinker. I've got Jaden Bailey here with me, and Jaden, when did you start playing the My Hero or Universes card game?
I think January when it came out, like right when the format started having a competitive scene is when I started. Because I got my first box I got in November when it came out, and then I didn't start playing till January, so about a year now.
Okay, so like no UFS experience, just only My Hero.
Competitively, yes. I've played like a UFS deck once or twice before, and then that's about it. But
Okay, awesome. So, you guys know the rules here. I'm going to show Jaden a card from UFS's history, and then you're going to tell me if it has been a prominently featured card in Top Cuts or, event-winning decks, or if you think it's a stinky poo-poo trash card that no one would ever play. So, once again, I didn't pick these, so it's a mystery to me. I don't know if it's a star stinker. Nicholas Reagan has a little slip of paper in the back of this sleeve that's going to tell us the answer. So, you ready to play?
yep, let's go.
All right, read this card off for everyone. Give me the name.
Is it Shippu? Shippu. Oh man, What is this Street Fighter? I'm gonna mess up the name of this.
It's King of Fighters.
Do you know how to pronounce it?
It's Hijinks Ryujin Kyaku.
There.
That's not how you
said
say it, but that's what it.
You
That's
did better
those are
than
the
I
words.
did. It's a
Yeah,
kick and combo.
Well, I shouldn't say anymore. I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay. It's got air, death, and order. Combo Enhance. Discard 1 momentum. Both players destroy 2 of their opponent's foundations. This attack gets +4 damage. Robert Enhance. Who's Robert?
Robert Garcia. He is just the guy on the art, basically. Character-specific enhance.
Add 1 card from your hand to your momentum.
So Robert just gets to do that for free, right? He just gets the momentum.
Yeah, because you get to put the momentum in there and then discard it to get the combo.
Yeah.
This sad.
We're recording.
You ruined it.
I can edit it out. Yeah, so it's a 5 difficulty +0 mid block with a 3 control. It's 4 high for 5, and it's pretty much only has the combo enhance going.
Oh, it's a 0 mid. I'd say it's a stud.
Yeah, this is
I
your
think
first impression.
so. Yeah.
So does this card remind you of anything?
Oh, there's the one. There is the one. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me right now, where it lets you add momentum straight to.
Gigantic Explosion.
Yeah.
Promo. Yeah, it's that one's Combo Fury, and basically the same enhance, right? You get bonus damage, destroy
but
2 of each other's.
I don't see that card as much, so I might be wrong. But if this is using UFS, I think there's like some crazy combos that are existent that I don't know of. So,
is this a card that you would play in My Hero?
well, I don't play Gigantic Explosion, so probably not.
Okay, but you think this was a stud back in the day?
I think so.
All right. Is that your final answer, Jaden?
Yeah, I'll say it's my final answer.
All right, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to have you reveal the piece of paper and let us know.
It was a stud.
Yep, it was a stud. So this card, we used to have a couple Robert attacks where we had one called Happy Feet and one called Up Smash. This is Up Smash, and it was a very important control piece for a lot of decks that are trying to like OTK. Whether or not it deals its massive amounts of damage wasn't even the most important thing. It was about eliminating those interaction pieces. And I've heard Shane Duckworth more than once say that he puts it in decks just for that +0 mid block because at the time we had Wall Cling on the air symbol as well. So that was a super powerful defensive play.
Interesting. Yeah, the fact that it has the +0 and the destroy the 2 is kind of crazy.
Unfortunately, I thought it might trip you up because of the Robert enhance. Robert Garcia was a character that people fooled around with a lot, but I didn't see like a ton of play. But this did lots of work in other air and death decks. So thanks for playing with me, Jaden.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen this guy around, he's doing all kinds of crazy, great behind-the-scenes work. So make sure you say hi to him next time he's at an event because, Jaden, you're like the unsung hero of the production team, in my opinion.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys in the next round. All right, we've got another Stutter Stinker game for you all. I've got Andrew Bowling here, yet another one of the 32 participants in the Hero League Championship. Say hello to the people.
Hello.
Now, have you seen Stutter Stinker before? Are you familiar with the concept?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the concept. I haven't played before, and I haven't really looked at any of the old UFS cards, but I know like what's going on.
So you've only been playing since My Hero Academia CCG was a thing, correct?
Yep, the Bakugo and Midoriya starter decks. I taught myself how to play with those, and it was kind of confusing. Taught myself wrong a couple things, but you know.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to hand you this card. I'm going to have you read it out to the people at home, and then I need you to tell me if you think that this was a stud or a stinker.
All right, so the card is Sans Colette's. It is a 4 difficulty attack with 3 check. It's got a 1 mid block. It's a 4 low for 4. E, if your opponent passes on their next this enhance step, this attack is unblockable. And it is Air, Death, Evil. Huh.
So what's your initial impression of this attack?
It seems like a nice little poke build pass type card. Kind of forces them to act. E, if your opponent passes on their next enhance step. If there's a way to like make your opponent pass or make them tap out, use all their abilities, I could see it being pretty good.
No, so once they pass, it becomes unblockable. You can continue to do stuff, right? You can then pump it up. Maybe you've got like a Sugar Rush style card in your hand. So what's your impression to the term unblockable? Because My Hero hasn't seen any unblockable attacks before, correct?
Probably a good thing My Hero hasn't seen unblockable attacks. Although One with Nature kind of makes everything unblockable, but you know.
that is a discussion for a different video. So what do you think of Sans Glow?
All right, we're gonna go with it's a stud. It's a stud. I could see this being in a combo deck that just like murks people with the unblockable effect.
Okay, is this a card you would play in My Hero if it was printed today?
Probably. It'd probably find its way into the main / sideboard for some matchups. Air Death. I mean, it could be. It doesn't have any types, so it's not great with Jiro.
Yeah, no keywords. No keywords on the card.
Evil makes me think Evil and Death. It could go with Shigaraki. So he would definitely play this on either of those symbols. Just, yeah.
So, stud final answer?
Stud final answer.
Okay, reach into the sleeve behind the card there and pull out the answer for us.
Oh, it's a stinker.
Yep, this card is a stinker. I have tried to make this card work in the past, but only when I was very new to the game, and I thought maybe I'm just not understanding something. But the main thing is there's so many free enhances to play. There's so many things that you can do, like just stunning yourself not to make an attack unblockable, and then there wasn't like a lot of great damage pump.
I guess you could also, stuff like Quick to Act, you can also just do that on the opponent's turn, even though it doesn't do anything.
Right. One of the things we love to pride ourselves in this game is you can activate things for no effect, and that counts as not passing. So, yeah, this card is very cool. It is an ultra rare. Ultra rares were the only foil cards for a very long time. There was no foil rares, nothing else. So.
See, the bling's what got me.
Right. That's it. Oh, the bling is the foiling on it is absolutely amazing, like the green
Gorgeous.
flames. Yeah, it's a cool card. But thanks for playing, Andrew.
I'm a stinker.
Next time.
Okay, yeah.
I'm with Cindy Moon. I'm with Cindy Moon.
And I'm with Sam Tate.
And we're here with Andrew Holder at the first ever Hero League Championship in Las Vegas. Andrew, how are you enjoying the event so far?
It's Jasco games, so you know.
And we know how much you love Jasco games, don't you, bud?
Yeah.
Would you say they're your favorite card game company?
Yeah.
He is so enthusiastic. I love it, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, are you enjoying Las Vegas?
Yeah.
I heard there was a party bus. Was there a lot of male bonding on that party bus?
I kissed Christopher Bromley.
Next.
I don't want to ask you anything.
I don't want you to ask me anything, Sam Tate.
Do you have a card that you love? And what is it?
Blood Curdle because it reminds me of killing Tamron Cardwell.
Wow, we are so friendly over here. Anyways, do your socks match?
Let's find out. I have them on somewhere.
All right.
So if you win the $125,000, what's the first thing you're going to do?
Buy Jose's house, evict him, send him to the streets.
So you're saying Jose is for the streets?
Yeah.
Okay, you have been studying, playing, competing all year to make it to Worlds in Las Vegas. How does it feel to have your hard work pay off and be known as one of the world's best players at My Hero Academia card game?
I won exactly one tournament. I'm not good at this game. If Jose loses tomorrow, he should quit the game.
Wow, we are just so friendly and non-competitive here.
If you
really
get
enjoy
O2'd on day 2, will you feel like the worst player of all time?
I'm quitting the game after this event regardless.
Oh.
Wise words from Andrew Holder here in Las Vegas.
It's not a webcam event, Jose. You can't escape. You can't get away, Jose.
I'm here with Cindy Moon,
And I'm here with Sam Tate.
and we're at the first ever Hero League Championship right here in Las Vegas. I'm joined by Andrew McNeely. Andrew, how are you enjoying the event so far?
It's been pretty good. I've had a lot of fun. I played the MHA constructed event, and I've also played in the, where everyone builds sealed. The sealed
Sealed,
stuff.
yeah.
Played those. Both of them were a lot of fun. I was able to pull some good cards.
Awesome.
I love it. Where are you from?
I'm from Texas, and then I moved to Omaha for about 4 years, played at LWG for a while, and now I moved here about 2 months ago, so I play here locally now.
I'm so glad.
What's your favorite card in the My Hero card game?
I'm just going to go with Tape Swing. I've played a lot of Sarah 1 Dot. I have top 2 provisionals with him, and Tape Swing is the one that's got me all the games. So
Okay.
That is a powerhouse card.
Do you feel prepared, strong, and confident about competing in tomorrow's CCG tournament for $250,000?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm playing Ochaka too, for the most part. What are we doing tomorrow, tournament-wise?
There's
There's
the
the-
Dragon's Treasure Trove. There's a Dragon
Yeah.
Sword event, and there's Common Grounds.
Oh yeah, Common Grounds. I'm doing Death Arms.
Okay,
for that
awesome.
one.
You're gonna do great. We believe in you.
Yeah, thanks. Man.
So, did you know that there's actually already 2 other players named Andrew who are in the HLC playing for almost $125,000? Who named you Andrew?
Good question. So, my mom did that. I don't know why.
Wow, real original.
Yeah, I know. That's why I go by my last name. So.
Oh my gosh, incredible news. Thank you. Do your socks match? Do they match today? Are you willing to show us?
Yeah, they match. Cool.
This man has his life together. His socks match.
Don't go that far.
Okay, are you enjoying Las Vegas?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. I'm not enjoying it the same way you think a standard Las Vegas person would enjoy it. I am here for card games, so.
Would you cheat at a card game if you knew you would get away with it?
I already have.
Okay. Let me see. Do you have anything to say to your enemies?
No.
Okay, this is a strong.
How many enemies do you have? You have one more now.
Have you created any bonds of friendship since starting the My Hero Academia?
I have
card
nothing
game?
to say to my enemies.
This is a nice, friendly moment.
Huh? What?
Have you created any bonds of friendship since starting the My Hero Academia?
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten pretty. I feel like I've gotten well known in the community so far. I get to talk to a lot of people daily. So. Where have you been putting that?
In Jose.
Oh,
What
nice.
would you do if you won a bulk of the prize money tomorrow? What would you do with the money?
I would probably still have to go to work.
Can you instead say for me that you would marry Barrett Bryan's girlfriend?
No, you're my enemy. I'm not saying anything to you.
We'll say it to her.
Look at this male bonding here. I love it.
No.
Thank
Do anything
you
you say.
so much.
I have one last.
bribe money. This is all bribing.
All right, I have one last question for you, Andrew. Are you going to be back here next year for the second Hero League Championship?
I mean, yeah, I live here.
I'm gonna ask you some normal questions. Could I do that? Oh my god.
This isn't mine. Don't look at.
That's why I haven't.
What card do you love? Wait, did you do this one?
Yes.
I did this
Yeah,
one
I've
already.
done this
It
one.
was tape
Do I have to
something.
find another one?
No, my gosh,
Tape
I'm
something.
an idiot. Hold on. What card do you hate?
Oh, what card do I hate? Mineta 2. I hate Mineta 2. I hate existence.
If you got paid $100,000 to play Mineta 2, would you play it?
I mean, yeah, I'm not stupid.
Fucking sell out.
Hell yeah.
Okay. How long have you been? Oh wait, sorry. How long have you been playing the My Hero Academia card game?
Since it started out, I played the Universes prior, so UFS, and I started that in the Mortal Kombat set that most recently came out. So, yeah.
It's nice to see such an experienced player grace us with his presence. Thank you so much for the interview, and I hope that you win tomorrow along with everybody else. I wish everybody could win. Sorry.
All right,
Thank
we're
you.
good. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.